Hi, make sure you watch this video until the end because we have picked the most worthy upcoming game in 2025, especially in the MMORPG and RPG genre. Remember to like this video and subscribe. Please enjoy the video of Top 10 Upcoming New Mobile Games 2025 of MMORPG and RPG games you must play. Return of the Dragon or Gulong Chao. I'm pretty sure you will easily fall in love to see how this best open world anime game is. It's a new brand anime game where we can explore the huge metropolitan city with so much realistic vibes. Look at how many NPC are walking around and they all have a random direction, making the ambience look so unreal. There are so many shops that we can visit to interact with, and play some mini games has some new features. While exploring the world, we can also switch the character up to 3 heroes. We are also able to do this action while in combat. The game's combat mechanism is a hack and slash RPG. Of course, most of you expect if the game would be a free action game and allows you to play 360 degree. Unfortunately, it will present a side-scrolling perspective. It's kinda weird but quite unique at the same time. They're combining a different combat point of view with an open world concept. In combat, we can switch the character freely and unleash the skill to the closest target. The ultimate skill will show with a great animation skill showcase. Just to inform you, the game size is very big. It's about 22 GB. Return of the Dragon or Gulong Chao is one of the top upcoming mobile game RPG for Android and iOS 2025. Youxing Continent or Youxing Continent, another Genshin Impact clone on mobile, will be coming up and becoming a top MMORPG anime games on mobile 2025. The game will show us how greeny and beautiful the atmosphere looks. Even the ambience is absolutely wonderful, especially the sea. Unfortunately, we can't swimming and the area is limited to explore. I have tried several actions like we can't climbing the wall or cliff, no gliding as well. No wonder the game size is quite small, it's about 5 GB in total. It's a way smaller than Genshin Impact, that's why we can't put a higher expectation about their action. But at least the game's graphic is really good while exploring the world. We will get some help by an allies and we can't switch the character while in combat. Try to create the combo by combining some action like basic attack, jumping, and also skill button. The dash button is available. Power up your skill by learning the hero skill and add with 3 sockets to increase the damage number. I would like to highlight if we can play the entire game automatically for the pathfinding, mission, and combat. Top MMORPG games 2025 for mobile. Stardive, what a great new upcoming ARPG games on mobile. It will be represented by the most powerful games engine right now, which is Unreal Engine 5. No wonder the game is really good in visual. Look at the rendering graphic and how good the post-processing is. It seems the game has optimized perfectly on both platforms for PC and mobile. It's a new open world RPG game where we can freely explore the world without any loading screen. I didn't see any auto combat icon. Hopefully the developer will make the game become no autoplay RPG. In combat, we will have a free fight to face the monster that's available around us on the battlefield. We'll have 3 main heroes as a team and we are able to switch anytime. We should try to keep switching to trigger the entrance attack move. Surely, this action will give an extra damage to the closest target from a frontline direction. Just to inform you, the developer behind this huge project is Netmarble Companies. I wish the developer would make a fair and balanced game for a free-to-play player. Battle Through the Heavens Duel. If you love to play a wuxia RPG game with a combination of martial art games, then I would suggest you to play it. The game is focusing on the action where we play as a young man who's mastered so many martial arts movements. Basically, we'll fight against a massive number of the mobs, but the game's level difficulty is pretty easy. We don't have to worry about the number of the enemies we'll face, because all of our skill will deal a wide range area and it's pretty effective to wipe the enemies out at the same time. It's a semi-open world game that we should get into the dungeon to clear the main mission. Only a small area is able to do an exploration, which is we can assume the developer are really focused on action combat games. As I mentioned before, it has a martial art combat, which means there is no weapon need. We only use a bare hand in battle. There is no energy indicator need to unleash the skill. We only need to fill up the ultimate gauge meter to release the skill after. It has a fast-paced combat speed. It's only available on Android right now. Hopefully, the game will release globally in 2025. Blue Protocol Star Resonance. This game is one of the most anticipated MMORPG games in 2025. As we all know, it was made for PC before, but the game will officially launch for mobile platforms because the Tencent companies get the right as the developer or publisher behind this huge project. I'm really happy because my favorite games developer finally does the right thing to take it to the mobile platform. Basically, there is no difference from the PC version, it only has an adjustment from the graphic for optimizing the game on Android and iOS. I hope they take it seriously and don't rush themselves while making a huge expectation from the players. The action is full of exploration. Seriously, we can do so many things to experience the adventure by climbing the hill, jumping on the air, and each of the action only costs less energy. The combat mechanism is absolutely amazing, so good with so much flashy color around the weapon effect once we slash to the enemy. If you love fast-paced combat, surely Blue Protocol Mobile is the best MMORPG 2025. Black Beacon. Surprisingly, this new RPG game directly goes to the global version and already has an English. I wish more of the game's developer will do the same movement as it. Honestly, as a player, we don't want to keep waiting for any game to release globally because the hype will be getting missing. And I would like to highlight if the Black Beacon is the best example of how the mobile game should be. It's on point and asks the player to do a pre-registration on the mobile platforms. Let's get back into the gameplay. It's a hack and slash game with a story-based game. But we all only have one main story and should clear the stage one by one before entering the new area. The game's combat mechanisms are quite casual because the skill option will not consume any energy. We only need to wait for a short period of time for the cooldown time. I suggest you learn how the enemy's pattern is because the dodge action is pretty crucial. Once you successfully do a dodge, then you will become an invisible condition which is untouchable on a certain second. Switching the hero is possible and keep doing it frequently to adjust your playstyle based on the enemy's mechanism rule. 7 Deadly Sins Origin. All people should anticipate this game. Seriously, it's one of the best upcoming open world game RPG on mobile. Even the game will release on PS5 as well. Can you imagine how sharp the graphic will become? Surely it will have a console quality by the graphic looks. Right now, we have seen so much gameplay footage. I really get interested in the panorama, especially the area under the water that looks so incredible. Finding the hidden treasure there is possible. I can clearly see how the gameplay is. We can gather up to 4 main characters. Tap the avatar icon to get a support skill or switch between the heroes. Each of the heroes will have their own unique abilities to help the player explore the world. In combat, the special skill visual will show up at a certain moment. This is a new RPG game anime for mobile and console in 2025. RF Online next. Nowadays, most of the MMO only has a green landscape with an anime art style, but right now, the era should get more attention through this game. We'll have a realistic MMORPG with a futuristic, robotic, and sci-fi world design. Of course, this concept will easily attract the newbie player to try something new. If you never heard about this game's title, that means you have missed one of the most legendary MMORPG in history. RF Online was on PC, but right now it's available on mobile. Of course, the gameplay feels more casual by an autopilot finding, attack, and skill, even though it seems clunky because our main hero only stands still in one position while in combat. I wish the developer allowed the hero to have more mobility while combat. Anyway, I love how we can fly and navigate the robot. Once we reach at level 45, then we can select the races of Belato, Korra, and Akrasia. RF Online Next is the best upcoming MMORPG on mobile and PC 2025. Game of Thrones Kingsroad. Everyone should be ready to play one of the best AAA games RPG on mobile platforms. I'm sure the first impression you experience is about playing an assassination mobile. Because the main gameplay is quite similar, it's a single-player adventure game where we should do the main mission to keep moving to the next storyline. The graphics are absolutely top tier, even though I feel like I'm playing a console level with a lot of attention to details. The world is really huge, even though we don't have much time to explore the entire world by riding a horse. It's kind of a hack and slash game, but the combat mechanism need a high technical and strategy. We can try to approaching the enemy slowly and launch a snake attack from the unnoticed action. It will make an instant kill. Sword is the main weapon we can use to slash the enemy. The combat seems quite slow with less sparkling effect, making it look so realistic. The character reaction or the motion capture is really detailed and unreal. Mabinogi Mobile. Did you know how happy I am right now seeing my childhood game finally come to mobile and even has a better graphic on mobile? The developer made the game as a cross-platform MMORPG for PC and mobile. That's why the game's level quality is really amazing. You know, you will come to a simulation base where we can do so many real-life activities like farming, taking care of the pets, fishing, and also planting. These all features will make you stay longer while playing it. As a MMORPG, of course, these all features are really complete. The game's combat mechanism looks so promising. I love how we can create a team up or invite your friends as your team lines up to kill the boss dungeon. We can gather material by clearing the daily dungeon. Of course, teamwork is the key to speeding up the game's progress. The game's combat mechanism allows the player to keep releasing the skill whenever it's ready. There is no indicator of the energy. I'm pretty sure you all can learn game's combat faster. I would like to say this is my top first list of MMORPG anime on mobile games 2025. Bonus, the hidden ones. Suddenly, this game became a trending topic on the YouTube platforms. It's because the game has a really good idea and it's pretty anti-mainstream. Can you imagine? It's a great combination of martial arts action games that combine with an element skill. Of course, it will create a high intensity and dynamic combat with the element skill effect. There are two main modes we can play. The first one is story mode and the second one is PvP mode. The PvP mode is really attractive. It's kind of a no pay to win ARPG game because the most important aspect is our skill to master every single movement, and anticipating is really crucial. These all are the best upcoming new MMORPG and RPG games 2025. I have mentioned in detail about the gameplay, mechanism system and graphic. Remember to support this channel by tapping a like and subscribe for more updates. See you on the next list. Thanks.